Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos. Lulu has been through her share of heartbreak, confusion, and complicated relationships, but what's about to unfold could put her on edge more than ever before. Word is spreading around Port Charles that she may be preparing to file for a restraining order against Britt, a move that shows just how far the tension has escalated between these two women. Lulu isn't a stranger to conflict, but going down the legal path is a huge step, one that signals she believes Britt is a serious threat to her peace of mind and possibly her family's stability. It's not a decision anyone takes lightly, and in true soap opera fashion, this choice isn't just about keeping Britt away. It's about power, trust, betrayal, and the tug-of-war over Rocco's future. Fans know Britt has always been a polarizing figure. Some people can't stand her manipulative streak, while others insist she's misunderstood and that underneath her icy armor there's someone capable of compassion and even redemption. But in Lulu's eyes, Britt has crossed too many lines already. The history between them is full of deception, emotional manipulation, and the kind of underhanded schemes that have left scars difficult to heal. Lulu still remembers the time when Britt was willing to use a child as leverage to cling onto a relationship, and for Lulu, those wounds never fully closed. That's why the idea of Britt hanging around Rocco is like pouring salt into an old wound. She can't stomach the possibility that Britt could influence her son, confuse him, or drag him into the messy adult battles she never wanted him to face. The restraining order would essentially create a legal wall, preventing Britt from coming near Lulu and her family. In practical terms, it's supposed to provide safety and peace of mind, but in Port Charles nothing is ever that simple. Britt isn't the type to back down without a fight, and she certainly doesn't like being painted as the villain. If Lulu goes through with this, it could spark a court battle, gossip swirling across the hospital, and endless confrontations in public spaces. Just imagine the chaos if Britt storms into Charlie's or the Metro Court, defying the order and daring Lulu to enforce it. The drama practically writes itself. Now, the wrinkle in this story comes with young Rocco. Children on soaps often end up at the center of adult conflicts, and Rocco is no exception. He's growing up fast, he's observant, and he doesn't like being told who he can and cannot see. Spoilers suggest that while Lulu is preparing her legal move, Rocco has been sneaking behind her back to meet with Britt. That twist raises the stakes tenfold. Because it's not just about two adults hurling accusations anymore. It's about a child making choices, testing boundaries, and forcing the grown-ups to face realities they might not be ready for. Think about it. Rocco has memories of Britt that aren't all negative. Britt, for all her flaws, has shown moments of genuine affection. To a child, those moments are powerful. Kids don't carry the same grudges adults do. They remember the fun, the laughter, the softer sides of people. So when Lulu paints Britt as the enemy, Rocco might not fully understand why. He could feel torn, resentful, even rebellious. That's why spoilers hint he's sneaking around to maintain contact. It's the classic soap setup: the more you try to separate two people, the more determined they become to find their way back to each other. This situation raises tough questions. How will Lulu react if she discovers her son has been seeing Britt behind her back? Will she come down hard with strict punishments, or will she realize that the harder she pushes, the more Rocco will resist? Soap history tells us that whenever a parent tries to forbid contact, the forbidden relationship only intensifies. Rocco may not be sneaking around in a romantic sense, but it's still a bond his mother disapproves of, and that's enough to make it irresistible to him. Then there's Britt's perspective. Does she even realize the damage this is causing Lulu, or is she too focused on maintaining her connection with Rocco to care? If she encourages these secret meetings, she's only proving Lulu's point that she can't be trusted. But if she gently pushes Rocco away, reminding him that his mother has the final say, then maybe she starts to earn some redemption points. Fans know Britt is complicated. One day she's selfish and cunning. The next she's vulnerable and yearning for love. This storyline could easily tilt her character in either direction, depending on how she handles Rocco's loyalty. The restraining order plot isn't just about law. It's about emotions boiling over, trust breaking down, and a mother's fear of losing influence over her son. Lulu doesn't just see Britt as a threat to her own peace. She sees her as a danger to Rocco's sense of stability. And in soap operas, the stakes are always higher when children are involved. Will Lulu confide in Dante about what's going on? That's another angle to consider. Dante, as Rocco's father, would have plenty to say about who his son should or shouldn't be around. But Dante also has a history of trying to keep the peace, and he might not agree with Lulu's extreme step. Imagine the drama if Lulu and Dante end up at odds over this restraining order. That tension could spill over into their co-parenting dynamic, reigniting old issues between them. Let's not forget the ripple effect across Port Charles. If Lulu makes her legal move, word will spread quickly. Maxie, for instance, would definitely have something to say. She's been through ups and downs with both women, and she might be torn about who deserves her support. Anna and Laura would also weigh in, especially Laura as Lulu's mother. Laura has always been protective of Lulu, but she also knows how destructive grudges can be. And if Nicholas resurfaces or gets wind of this situation, he might have his own opinion, especially considering how often Britt's name gets tangled up with Cassadine drama. All of this means the restraining order storyline isn't just about a single feud. It's a powder keg ready to explode in multiple directions. Lulu versus Britt is the headline, but lurking underneath are questions about Dante's role, Rocco's rebellion, Laura's advice, and Britt's capacity for change. Fans will be debating whether Lulu is justified or if she's overreacting, and those debates are exactly what keep viewers hooked week after week. Now let's circle back to Rocco, because his actions may end up shaping the outcome more than anything the adults do. Spoilers suggest he's determined, clever, and unwilling to be cut off from Britt entirely. Maybe he sneaks out of school early, maybe he arranges to bump into her at the park, or maybe he even confides in someone like Charlotte to cover for him. Whatever the method, the secrecy will only intensify the fallout once Lulu learns the truth. And it's only a matter of time before someone slips, before one of those secret meetings is spotted by a nosy Port Charles resident who runs straight to confrontation when that happens. Lulu demanded to know why Rocco disobeyed her, Rocco insisting that Britt isn't as bad as she claims, and Britt herself caught in the middle, insisting she never meant to cause trouble. The emotions will be raw, the dialogue sharp, and the stakes incredibly high. Lulu could even accuse Britt of manipulating Rocco into defying her, which would pour gasoline on an already raging fire. And once lawyers get involved, the battle lines could shift from personal resentment to legal warfare. The question every fan will be asking is whether the restraining order will hold. On paper, it sounds simple. A judge signs the order, Britt is legally barred from approaching Lulu or Rocco, and the matter is settled. But on a soap, nothing is ever truly settled. Britt could challenge it, claiming Lulu exaggerated the threat. She could hire a lawyer who digs into Lulu's past mistakes, flipping the narrative and painting Lulu as unstable. If that happens, the courtroom scenes alone could provide weeks of gripping drama, with testimonies, shocking evidence, and plenty of character assassination. Through it all, Rocco's voice may end up mattering more than anyone expects. Judges sometimes listen to older children in custody or visitation disputes, and though Rocco is still young, he's not too young to express his wishes. If he insists he wants Britt in his life, that could shake Lulu's case to the core. How will Lulu handle it if her son takes the stand, or even just confesses in private that he still wants to see Britt? That moment could break her heart, but it could also force her to reconsider whether a legal order is the best solution. In the end, this storyline isn't just about whether Lulu can keep Britt at arm's length. It's about the larger themes of control, trust, and the messy intersections between love and resentment. Lulu is fighting to protect her son, but in doing so, she may be driving him further into the very arms she's trying to keep him away from. Britt, for all her baggage, may see this as a chance to prove she's not the villain people think she is. And Rocco, caught in the middle, may be the one who forces everyone to face truths they'd rather ignore. That's why this spoiler is so explosive. It doesn't just pit two women against each other. It sets the stage for ripple effects across families, friendships, and even the legal system in Port Charles. Fans should buckle up, because if history is any guide, this won't be resolved neatly. There will be tears, shouting matches, betrayals, and maybe even a few surprises no one saw coming. The restraining order might be just the beginning, the spark that lights a fire that burns for months to come. And through it all, viewers will be left wondering, is Lulu protecting her child, or is she letting her anger toward Britt cloud her judgment? Is Britt a danger, or is she being unfairly punished for past mistakes? And is Rocco simply being stubborn, or is he following his instincts about who deserves a place in his life? These questions don't have easy answers, and that's exactly why fans will be glued to their screens, waiting to see what happens next. Come back to our channel for all your updates. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.